Well, hello. Welcome to Liverpool. Thank you for your patience, everyone. Thanks for sticking around. And it's worthwhile because this is an absolute belter. In a fighting city, we're coming back. March 15th, the glory days are very much returning to Liverpool. And let me tell you a story about a little boy who used to go along to the Echo Arena with his dad, absolutely loved boxing. Used to sit there up in the bleeders and watch all of the shows with his old man. And he'd say to him, one day, Dad, this will be me. I'll be headlining here in this city, this arena, in front of our people. Well, that boy has become a man. And that man sits here today, Nick Ball, unbeaten WBA World Featherweight Champion, the number one in the division. He is headlining for the second time in his city, defending his world title. And it's a big one, because he's got a man here very determined, very dogged, and very dangerous. TJ Doheny, former world champion, is coming to take Nick Ball's crown in Liverpool. March 15th, TNT Sports tickets are on sale right now via Ticket Quarter. And there is a mouth-watering chief support as Charlie Edwards, former world champion at flyweight, now up at bantamweight, takes on Liverpool's own Andrew Cain, the monstrous punching Andrew Cain, for the British and Commonwealth titles. I'm sure there's going to be more added as we get closer to that fight as well. Unfortunately, Frank Warren couldn't be with us today. Andrew Cain also unavailable, but we do have the man who will be taking on Andrew Cain and who has been very patiently waiting. And Charlie, when this fight was announced last night, I tagged you in my little post. You replied and you said kryptonite. So you are Andrew Cain's kryptonite. Talk to us.
Yeah, 100%. Confident in taking the fight. I don't know why Andrew ain't with us today. I flew in from Portugal to be here. But I've heard a few things already. To be honest, I don't think Andrew thought I would accept this fight. And now I think he's moaning about the money side of things. So that's probably why he ain't here. They're trying to get a few more quid. However, he might even pull out of the fight yet. He might not even fancy the job because I've been screaming world titles, and to be honest, only seeing a British and Commonwealth title up there, respect the British title and the Commonwealth title, but there's supposed to be more on the line, and that will come in at a later date. I've had a lot of questions asking me what's happening, why is this? And George and Frank are working on things, and in January, I'm led to believe there's going to be more titles added. So I don't know why Andrew ain't here. Maybe we can ask his manager over there on the phone. It'd be very interesting to hear. I'll come all the way from Portugal. So yeah, mind games maybe, but this is big time boxing. We do this, and I'm just grateful to be here, you know. I've got to thank the Lord and Saviour Jesus Christ because he put me on this path. I'm back in big time boxing. I'm a chief support now on a big show, and it's a pleasure to be on Nick Ball and TJ Donohue's undercard. And I'm really excited. Liverpool's like a second city to me. I've lived here for a few years when I was younger. I'm a big fan of the Beatles, so you naming it A Hard Day's Night, it feels like a homecoming for me, and it feels like it's destiny. When I won my second ABA title here, I ring walked to the song A Hard Day's Night. So it gives me a good feeling. It lets me know I'm on the right path and on the right track. And yeah, I look forward to getting back to Portugal, getting locked in to training camp. Stephen's going to come out there with me and do the training camp there. And then we're going to do the last few weeks in Liverpool. So it's all systems go my end. I'm just happy to be here, Dev. But you're right, I'm his kryptonite.
So why is that? Because there's a... You know, you've got the style where I assume you're going to try and keep away from him. He's a murderous puncher, it looks like, in the weight division that he appears to be comfortable in. He's knocking everyone out. So why are you the guy to beat him?
I'm just the guy to beat him. It's as simple as that. Andrew Cain's a great fighter. I do respect him. But I believe he'll bring the best out of me. I haven't fought in an arena for 5 years. This is the best comeback story in British boxing. And I need someone like Andrew Cain in the away corner, me being in the away corner, because this is where people will stand up and respect me for where I've come from. I've come from the graveyard. I haven't stopped trying. Every time I got no, every door I knocked on and it didn't open, I continued to persevere. Like I said, I don't know if he really thought I was going to take this fight, because he probably would have thought I would have been like a Paul Butler or Cal Yafai and make out I didn't need it and look above. But like I said, I've been promised other titles, getting put onto this fight. And yeah, I've been paid very well as well. So nice one, Frank. I appreciate it. And it's a big mistake you putting your young gun in with me, and I'm going to prove that come March.
Any more pressure on you now that your brother's retired? You are the lone Edwards flying the flag for your family?
No, not at all. My brother's going to join me in camp as well, me and Stephen in camp, and have his little input with his IQ. It's an asset to the team. And yeah, there's no pressure on me. Like I said, I'm happy to be here. I've come from the graveyard. No one wanted to know me. No one, knocking on every door. And I was getting no. But I worked my way up, took proper fights. This is only my second 12-rounder in also 5 years. And I performed like I've never left. And that shows credit to myself, so I can only pat myself on the back and thank my team around me. Thank Stephen Smith for giving me the confidence and the belief again. Thank my wife for pushing me to believe in myself when I didn't believe in myself at certain stages. So I've got a great team. I've welcomed on my old manager, and he is now my new manager, and signed it with him, Anto Fitzpatrick. And now these are the sorts of fights that I'm going to be in. Big time boxing, and we start here. I'm not looking past Andrew Cain. He's a formidable opponent, and he's going to bring the best Charlie Edwards out, and I'm really, really excited for this one.
Well, even though he's not here, I would like you to send a message to Andrew Cain, who, of course, will be watching this clip, whatever it is that you're going to say. What have you got to say to Andrew Cain?
I'm your kryptonite, and on the 15th of March, Charlie Edwards is going to whoop your ass.
Thank you, Charlie. Brilliant. Well, that is just a brilliant bantamweight fight. Andrew Cain, Liverpool's own, takes on an adopted son of Liverpool here in Charlie Edwards, training, of course, with Stephen Smith, who I can see here. Great to have the Smiths in attendance. Well, let's talk about this main event. Let's talk about this man here, Nick Ball, second defence of his WBA World Featherweight Championship against this man, a former world champion who wants to become a two-weight world champion. I'd like to get an opening comment, actually, from Nick. Great to have you back out. Great to have another Nick Ball fight night as the Glory Knights are returning to Liverpool. Give us your thoughts.
Yeah, that's it, Dev. Good to be back. But first off, sorry I was late for everyone waiting. But yeah, the main part, good to be back fighting in Liverpool, yeah, where boxing should be. And yeah, it's an exciting time. So made up to be headlining again in my home city.
And you were that boy in the crowd once upon a time, watching all these big shows with fellas like the Smiths here and thinking that'll be me one day. And now you're living your dream. Yeah,
that's it. It's only when you look back and think back to them times, you know, you see how far you've come. So just shows you what hard work can do, and just keep doing that.
Let's bring in TJ Doheny. TJ, a kind of opening comment from you, an opportunity to become two-time world champion.
Yeah, it's huge. Very grateful for the opportunity, especially coming straight in out of a championship fight, straight back into championship level again. And I think the move up in weight's going to be a godsend to me as well, because it's no secret that I was killing myself getting down to 122, and I'm going to be a big, strong featherweight on the night. And I know it feels good to be back here in Liverpool. Geez, the last time I was here was 21 years ago in a Four Nations tournament. Stephen Smith was on the same show, long time ago now. But yeah, great to be in a real fighting city again. Kind of reminds me of Belfast. This city really get behind the fighters, and you know, come fight night, I'll be thriving off the crowd, even though it'll be hostile against me. That's what I feed off.
You're very much a man of the world as well. Australia, Tokyo, well, somewhere in Japan you won your world title as well. You got no issue coming to Liverpool to pick up your second world title, have you?
Nah, it's no skin off my nose now at this stage. My whole career, I won my world title on the road. I lost in a split decision to Danny Roman in his back garden in Inglewood, California. In New York, Boston, Jesus, Tokyo, so many cities around the world. And it's nice to finally get to the UK and add Liverpool to my resume.
And what do you think of Nick Ball?
Yeah, he's a solid fighter, you know. he's good all round, and he does bring a lot of good pressure to fights and tries to break fighters down. But I think with me, it's going to be he's dealing with a lot more crafty fighter than he's ever been in with, and it's going to take him a while to try and figure me out.
Do you agree with that, Nick? Is this a crafty fighter, the craftiest you faced in your career?
I don't really know, until I get in there. Honest answer, but yeah, just figure it out on a night, and that's why I'm world champion, because that's what you've got to do on a night with any opponent. Figure it out. So I'll be doing that on the night and doing whatever it takes to get the job done.
TJ Doheny last fought Naoya Inoue. You were asked about that fight, Nick, and you said, I think the other lad quit. You're talking about TJ Doheny here. He hit him with a body shot, and he was complaining about his back. His back may have been sore, but you just carry on. I think he quit. Do you stand by that, or do you regret those comments?
No, I don't regret them, defo. To be honest, I didn't even watch the fight, but I seen that little clip, and he got it with the body shot and said something about his back. But obviously, only he knows, doesn't he? At the end of the day, only he knows. But that's just my opinion. I got asked the question, so I answered it.
Yeah, so it was an uneducated answer then, because you should have watched the end of the 6th round, is when the injury occurred. I sat down on the stool, and then my instruction was to go back out, bite down and get some respect back. And when I went out to bite down, my back I just couldn't generate any power in my right leg. So it was either wave it off or just stay up on the ropes and get pummeled till the referee stopped this. So
yeah, do that then, innit?
Yeah, I guarantee
you
won't be doing it anyway. I can guarantee you that.
Didn't carry on fighting, no, did you?
So you can say what you want anyway.
No, just have. It doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter what you're doing in that fight.
You're talking about a fella quitting,
now.
Right? If you're talking about a fella quitting, right? Now you're defending your world title against this guy that you thought quit at a lower weight class. What does that say about you?
I'm not speaking about you quitting. You said it, not me. I don't care what you done. I got asked a question and answered it. Yeah, doesn't matter to me though. You're fighting me now.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a fucking war.
Yeah, so make sure your back's good, innit?
Yeah, don't worry. You don't worry about my back. You worry about being fucking sparked out like a starfish on the canvas in front of your home crowd.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck is right. All you do is fucking lunge in and fucking get over eager. I'll be throwing grenades.
You just said I was a good fighter. You just said I brought loads to the table or something, didn't you? For what one is it?
Bring what to the table?
You just said I'm a good fighter.
Yeah, and I'm not going to stay here and dog you over.
So either a good fighter or a lunge in. What one is it?
You know all about it on fucking March 15th when you're walking into these fucking shots.
Sound. Eat them.
Yeah, you'll be eating them, alright, on your back.
TJ, your nickname is Power.
Mm-hmm.
He takes a few shots, probably took a few more than he'd have liked against Ronnie Rios. I think you admit that, Nick.
Yeah.
Can he take the power of TJ Doheny? You're a big hitter.
Like I said already, I think these extra 4 pounds is going to be a godsend to me. And even though I'm moving up in class, I'll probably be the bigger, stronger guy in the night. And he gets kind of reckless and overeager, and I can just see him walking onto a couple of bombs.
Let me ask you this, TJ, because obviously Nick's been asked about your performance with Inoue. He said what he said, right? How would he do against Inoue, in your opinion? Let's take this fight aside, if he was in there with him.
It's hard to know stylistically, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't even know what way the fight was going to unfold myself, and I found myself boxing in there for a lot of the rounds. And then, we were going to try and sit down and bite down in the second half. But honestly, my back did go, and I've seen loads of people saying that I quit, and it's fucking driving me crazy, because you say that to my missus who had to put my socks and shoes on for a week. My little boy there, Theo, couldn't kick a ball in the park with him for a month. Waving. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? It took ages for that spasm to release up, and it was just annoying me so much. It was pissing me off just the way everybody was saying it. But again, if you go off just a clip, it does look like I just fucking bottled it, but if you look at the events from the end of the 6th up until that, you can kind of tell that there was an injury there.
Point to prove in this fight, it sounds like.
Oh yeah, point to prove, and you're going to fucking see there's no quitting me, dickhead. I can guarantee you that.
What are you making of this, Nick? It's I've done a number of your press conferences. It's very rare that someone will be coming at you, calling you the names that he's called you, clearly aggrieved with what you've said.
I'm
about...
starting to think he did quit now after he spoke about it that much. That was then, this is now, innit? So I don't know why we're still speaking about it. It doesn't matter if he did or he didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a new fight,
I don't even
why are you
know
still
why
speaking
it's
about
brought
it
up
then?
I don't even know why it's brought up here.
You went off on one, started speaking about it, so just
Yeah,
shut up about it. If
me
you're back
off.
sound now, shut up about it, innit?
All right, okay, Dad.
Nick, let me ask you this. You stand up in between rounds, you're in the corner, you never sit down. You've told me before that when you look across, sometimes you can see an opponent's heart break. Do you expect to see that on March 15th with TJ Doheny? And if so, how quickly?
Yeah, I don't really know how quickly, but just the same again from me, yeah. And it's going to even be worse, the way he's talking like that, saying he's going to do this, going to do that. It's only just going to be worse for him, so, yeah.
Don't worry, you'll be having second thoughts.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all.
This a good start for you, Nick?
Yeah. He said he's not going to run away and he's going to be there. So, yeah, he's going to be there and he needs to punch.
Tailor-made for me. Tailor-made for me.
So why is that, TJ?
I thought, because I think one thing when I have to go looking for somebody, I do struggle. And as you can see in some of my previous fights, but Nick's going to be there all night and I'm going to be there as well. So it is going to make for a great fight. I'm not trying to talk him down or anything. It is going to be a fucking war. And like I said, let's see who the quitter is. It definitely won't be me.
Nick, let me ask you this. You did that interview with Seconds Out, and you hinted that you are looking to do a better job than Inoue. That would mean stopping him within 6 rounds. Is that very much on your mind here?
Not really. I'm not looking to do a better job than him, but obviously, if that does happen, it'd be nice because he's the name that everyone's speaking about. He's the name that my name's getting put about with. They're speaking about us fighting, so yeah, it would be decent, but that's not on the front of my mind now. What the front of my mind's getting the job done and, you know, going to the gym in a minute.
TJ, you mentioned something on your Instagram post about, actually this was the tweet that you sent, about him selling his belt to the highest bidder. What was that about?
But he was calling out Inoue, a smaller guy from a different weight class, and it just seemed to me like he was trying to sell his belt to the highest bidder. So that's why I said that, you know. I remember when I became world champion, the first thing I was screaming for was everyone in the division to try and unify.
So you don't think I'd want to fight them?
I came up short. Well, obviously not if you're calling out a
Of course I do.
guy.
Obviously, of course I do.
Looking for the payday.
I've said that in interviews. I'm not. I got asked the question, would I fight him? And I said, yeah.
You should be chasing the champions in your division. You weren't doing that.
Before we get a face-off, a little head-to-head where we will need a bit of security. Nick, what's your final message to TJ Doheny?
Nothing to him. Just thanks for everyone who's behind me, supporting me in my career and who's helped me to get to this point. And yeah, I appreciate it all. It means a lot to me. And
TJ, what would you like to say to Nick?
Yeah, I haven't really got much to say, but you just be ready March 15th, son. Find out who's going to be a quitter.
Well, there we have it. March 15th, we're back at the M&S Bank Arena, and that has whet the appetite. WBA World Featherweight Championship on the line, and of course, Chief Support Charlie Edwards and Andrew Cain. There is a stellar undercard as well, including Brad Strand and Yonut Baluta. More announcements to come in the coming weeks. Stick around on the stream. We're going to do a face-off. Thank you.